Welcome back to another Top Shelf review. Today I'm checking out Hot Toys MMS556 Mysterio. So here he is out of the box with all his accessories, and a good amount of accessories too. Starting off with the biggest at the back, he comes with two of these green smoke effects, made out of this tough translucent plastic. Very nice to see those included. Batteries for the light up feature in his helmet. Two of these pyramid illusionary effects that clip onto his hands. It comes with the alternate head sculpt. I'll have a closer look at that in a moment. Two of these clips so you can take off his cloak. A set of relaxed hands. Really nice paint application on these hands. And then these are the gesturing hands, work with the effect. And it just clips in. Very nice. And then finally, the fisted hands. He also comes with a dynamic flight pole and a base. So let's take a close look at that head sculpt. I was very impressed with this sculpt. Straight away I could see the resemblance. Very strong. To me, that is Jake Gyllenhaal. Very nicely done. You can see the imperfections in the skin. Paint applications on the beard are really nice, well blended. The eyes look strong. Went for a neutral expression, and I can't blame them. Sometimes we get stuck with a very unusual expression on our figures. All in all, very nice head sculpt. Okay, so let's take a closer look at that costume. In hand, it's a soft rubbery material similar to what we had with Iron Spider, although there's much more give with this figure. It doesn't feel restricted at all. The boot is this soft plastic material. It does have a cut at the ankle, which allows for a decent amount of articulation. And there is some sculpted pattern on the sole. And this piece across the knee, that's a tougher plastic. And he has these rings around his thighs, and there's even pattern down the thigh on that ring. It's really, really, really nice. The attention to detail on this figure is just incredible. Moving to the chest plate, it's a tougher plastic, but it does have some give. There's at least 3 different shades of gold on this chest piece, and he's got that nice emerald green in the center. And moving around to the back, very nice indeed. They've put a lot of detailing on the back because the cloak is removable. Moving on to the arms, these gauntlets here, they're a soft plastic. Mine unfortunately did break, and I just had to pop a bit of glue in there. They don't feel too delicate, but I was quite surprised mine broke so easily. And then looking at the helmet, let's just pop that head off. So the helmet is, it's one of those figures where I don't normally use the light up effects. With Hot Toys, you pretty much know what you're getting with light up effects, but this is the exception, and I will put that on in a moment. But it has like a cloud sculpting in the center. And with the light up effects, it really does give it that extra wow factor. It's just on a peg, and the battery's just going in the back there. The cloak does come off. It's on a couple of pegs. The cloak is very nice. It has some decent weight to it. I do think that they missed a trick by not putting a wire in it. If it does have a wire, it may at the bottom, but it's so subtle. It's very, very small. They could have perhaps gone for one maybe down the side, just so you could get a few dynamic poses with him. But other than that, it's very, very nice. It does look like it may wear over time. Mine, I haven't had it long. December and it's now February, so just a couple of months. And already it looks like it's fraying a little bit, and I haven't had him in any dynamic poses. But even so. So taking a closer look at the articulation, I was surprised with this figure. I did think that the articulation would be limited, particularly because of the type of suit and the chest piece, but surprisingly the articulation isn't too bad. There are some restrictions, but it isn't as bad as, say, Iron Spider or Captain Marvel. At the shoulder, it's a good amount. Decent range. A little bit of stress underneath the armpit there on the suit, so I wouldn't go too high. Elbow, good range of motion. Standard swivel at the wrist. If you have this sculpt on for the head, you don't really get any range of motion at all. The alternate head sculpt, you do get a decent amount, but with this one, it's pretty much fixed in place, but then I suppose it would need to be. At the waist, he does get some ab crunch, not too much. I'm a bit reluctant because I don't want to damage him. I could probably go a little bit further than that, but that's not too bad considering. At the hip, similar to the arm, a good amount, but there is a bit of stress here, so I don't want to go too far. And the knee is a double joint. And he does have pivot and swivel at the ankle. So all in all, he does have good articulation. Very impressed.
So my final thoughts on Mysterio. Gotta say, Hot Toys nailed this one. Fantastic tailoring, very movie accurate, great articulation considering a really nice head sculpt, decent amount of accessories. Shame that they didn't put a wire in that cloak, but overall, a top shelf figure.